Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Darius Geis, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff, Geis going right, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Third down, here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Haskins gets this to Reed, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
A 30-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Cooper was the intended target. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Robert Kimdichie gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Now Haskins, third and long. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mike, 53, Mike, go.
Here we go, 46.
53.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right?
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Love. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. 30, past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On 2nd down, Love. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first down, this is Geis. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. second down. Haskins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking deep downfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Hey, kill.
From the 38, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This is caught. 25 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get him one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that rests. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Kill. Rush in.
10th carry now for Elliott. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You got it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here we go, 46.
Hey, we got a seal.
We're going to 54. Why 26?
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards. That's another Washington Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st down, here's Love. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Here's a toss coming right. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Prescott on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Haskins to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Now, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Turnover that just got him the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Haskins will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 50. Hey, no, 54. Here we go. Shoot. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch